We're at the newest RV interview, and we have a special guest. You've never attended the event before, right? It's her first time. Priscilla Oliveras? Mm-hmm. Did I come close at all?
Oliveras.
Oliveras. Mm-hmm. Okay, there. So this is one of her books, The Perfect Melody, and you're with Kensington? Mm-hmm. Kensington Publishing, who I used to be with ages ago and loved it there. They're like the largest independent publisher. Still, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, yeah. So family owned.
So how many books have you done with them, or is this a...
That's book 3 in the series, and I have a fourth, a novella that came out last winter in the Fern Michaels A Season to Celebrate anthology.
Oh, wonderful, yeah.
So the series is 3 sisters, and then for the novella, their cousin comes from Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
To visit and stay. And
that's always like the big coup to get in that with Fern Michaels.
That was really nice. It was a great experience. The first time I'd written a novella, and it's Kate Pierce is in there as well, and Donna Kaufman. So it was
I love Donna
really
too.
Great company. And it was fun to write.
Donna and I are friends that go way back. I've seen her a few times at conferences lately, but I do my own conference, so I don't do too many other ones. So it was kind of fun getting to see her and catch up again. Now, do you do very many conferences, or?
I do, actually. I just saw Donna. We are in a group called Fiction from the Heart, a group of authors on Facebook, and so 9 of us, there are 12, 9 of us were at Book Lovers Con.
Oh, nice. In New Orleans,
in New Orleans,
yeah,
which was a big affair. Same, costumes like we did here last night.
Yeah.
So I'm packing my costumes for this.
Yeah.
I met Donna, from Fiction from the Heart, and then it just so happened that I was paired with her and the other two, and Fern and.
So it's really hard for authors, I think, at least it is for me, to fit in conferences, because you're always, if you're traditionally published and you're not creating your own schedule, you're always on a deadline.
Yeah.
Or at least you always want to be.
Of some kind.
Yes, of some kind. Either the book is due, or you've got some promo you need to do, or you need to come up with the next idea, something. And to me, it totally pulls my brain out of what I'm doing when I have to go put on my game face sort of thing.
Yeah, it is.
Change out of my pajamas and,
like I was saying, I thought I would get up this morning to write a little bit, but when you're here, I have to think, one thing I'm trying to learn to balance is there's writing time, but then there's also being present in what I'm doing at the moment. So when I'm at my laptop, don't worry about the other stuff that needs to be doing, focus on my writing or whatever I'm doing. Right. Or I'm here, I came here to network and meet readers and hang out with author friends and meet new author friends and that. So I could sit and stress while I'm hanging out at the bar or getting coffee, whatever, about the words I need to write, or I could just enjoy having the opportunity to who am I speaking with now and who am I meeting now, but it's not always easy to remember to do that, because there's always something that we could be doing for a book now, or a book that's coming out, or the book that is gonna be coming out, and that's a
you
juggle.
check your email and there's something from an editor or an agent or the promo person that you feel like you should be doing. But it is nice, I think, to get to connect with the readers. And we have 500 of them here. So I like the fact that everything's not scheduled. So our ballroom is always open. You can always go in. And if you go in and sit down and you've got on we took them off, but our author lanyard, they know you're an author. There'll be readers to talk to you.
Yes.
So it's nice sometimes just to see the results of the writing time that you dedicate.
Or I think, I love my characters, and as strange as maybe a non-writer would think, they're real people to me. If someone has asked me, which of the 3 Fernandez sisters are your favorite, is your favorite, I'm like, I can't choose that. That's like asking me which of my 3 girls, my daughters, are my favorite, because they're real people to me. So I enjoy when I'm, at a signing or at an event like this, and a reader says, "Oh my gosh, I love the Fernandez familia, and gosh, when this happened with Papi, I cried." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I did too." So it's always fun.
So do you do that when you're writing and you hit a sad scene? Does it make you cry when you're writing it, or a funny scene make you laugh when you're writing it?
Yes, but I can tell you, there in book 1, something happens with Papi that you see it's going to happen soon. He lets you know. And I can't read that scene still now. Yeah, because I really, he's one of my favorite characters. Their dad, Papi, and his spirit is in the next one, so you still see him in there. Aww. But I've learned, I was at the airport one time, and if I'm writing, and my character waved, and I waved and kept going, and then I thought, oh, wait a minute, I'm not in my office. I don't,
But I'll do that too. So if I'm writing one that's real cross and frowning, I catch myself scowling with them, But a lot of times, so you're doing better than me. When I'm writing it, I won't realize that it's funny or sad or angry sometimes, unless it's really intense. Until I go back and think, oh, that's kind of funny. I didn't even realize that was a funny part.
That's always a good feeling, though, when you go back and like, oh, I did okay there.
But now my husband will say, he'll walk in and I'll be laughing and he'll say, what? It'll be something.
Yes.
I'm not telling you this whole story. Just forget it.
That's happened with my girls. Like, Mom, what do you, or why are you so mad? And I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I'm just like, I'm in their head and they're mad. Yeah.
So are you saying how you like all the characters differently? I think it's just like real people. There are things you don't like about them. There are things you really like about them. That's the way you want it, right? You want to make your characters so three-dimensional that they're fully fleshed out.
Yeah. I had someone ask me one time if I'm like my characters, and I said, well, if I've done my job right, my characters are all different, so I hope I'm not like them, because I'd probably then be like multiple personality kind of. But I think, especially in my heroines, there's something about them that either I wish I was better at, or or that I admire and would like some kind of trait that I hope I identify, or show in some way. So I think there's a little bit of me, or there's a little bit of what I would like to be as a person, I think, in all of them in some way.
If people ask me that, I know that my characters are always compassionate with kids and dogs, because I am. That's probably where the similarities end.
Right.
Because mine tend to be fairly kick-ass, and I'm not. I'm a huge wimp. So I could talk you under the table, but if it requires anything more than that, forget
it. Yes.
So that's about it. Yeah. So you put a little bit of yourself in there, but you're not. It's
no, or traits that you admire. I think are found in different ways, or some more than others.
So I know you said you're on a deadline. When's your book due?
June 21st.
Oh no! Yeah, that's right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yeah. So
want to make that deadline? Is it?
Yeah, I have to. Well,
I know. My feeling is, if it's a deadline, I'll make it one way or another. But is it going to be grueling?
Yes. Yeah. It will be like either café con leche or a monster if it's real late at night, and I just need to. And thankfully, right now I'm adjunct faculty and I'm not teaching over the summer, so I don't have. Other than going to the gym, I don't really need to leave the house. And I'll just tell my girlfriend, sorry, don't even tell me you're going to happy hour, because I can't make it to happy hour. So I don't even want to know.
It's just torture.
Yeah. So it's just writing, eating, sleeping, trying to get some exercise.
So you go to the gym pretty much every day, or?
I either do Zumba, or I like to do Orange Theory fitness. So I go to. It's
my idea of exercise is to get up from the desk and walk out and talk to one of the cats and come back in. I'm terrible. I keep thinking someday I should.
Well, do you walk? I'll either walk, it's good thinking time, or going for a run.
Walk to the coffee pot and back. My husband does. He goes to the gym every day. Okay. He said if you get in the habit, you really enjoy it and you want to do it. And he said, like I feel about my coffee is how he feels about the gym. So if I could get myself in that mindset, but it hasn't happened.
Well, really, for me, going for a run, and even if I have music playing, it's good thinking time. So if I'm starting, and if I'm at a place and it's just not working, or for me, I'm a plotter, so I know what scene needs to happen. But if I sit in front of my laptop with just that blank, page and the cursor blinking,
very
then
non-productive.
It's So for me, that's when I'll go for a run, or or go for a walk, something, or. It would be good if I did the dishes or something productive, but
I'm a big believer you have to get up and move. Bodies are made to move. So if you get up and move, it gets the blood flowing.
Right.
And a lot of times you'll think you're stuck and you're not sure, and you just go do something else, and then it just comes to you.
Yeah.
You don't have to dwell on it.
Or if I'm just thinking about where are they now and why are they here? And because for me, I do better if I've got the scene, it's kind of like a movie in my head. So while I'm driving or anything like that, deadline right now, if I have to drive somewhere, the radio won't be on, because I'll be thinking about either what I just wrote or what I'm getting ready to write, going over it again. If it's something I just finished, do I need to go back and layer something, or something that I'm starting? Try to have that scene so it becomes like a movie in my head. So when I sit down, I can see it. I just need to now get it on the page. Yeah. And then that becomes the stress for me. It looks great in my head and it sounds great in my head. How can I get that to come across on the page for my reader?
When my son, Jay-Z Foster, first started writing, and he's here, by the way, and he had a boardroom yesterday, he would tell me that. He'd say, I can't get what's in my head on paper. And I said, because what's in your head is like a movie. And it's very, very different when you have to kind of spell it out for readers without making it sound like it's spelled out.
Right.
So it is very, very challenging. And a lot of times what would be in my head would not end up being what was on the paper, but it was still maybe better. I don't know. So it's sort of a process that it runs through.
Yeah.
So, and you said you're a plotter.
Yes.
I love hearing all the different ways that people write. Some are plotters, some are, I'm a pantster.
Oh, gosh.
So, and I've talked,
that gives me hives.
I know. and yesterday we were on like an all-star panel with Christine Feehan, Karen Rose, and Nancy Nagel. And all three very, very different, how they plot. Karen Rose, being a suspense writer, very much plots.
Yeah.
Nancy Nagel says she'll write a sticky note, stick it here and one there, and piece them all together or something. I don't know. And that's what I said. That would just make me insane. I would never get it lined up. But that's fascinating how everyone does things different.
Yeah, and I think that's what I tell my students. Find your process. So it works for me, might not work for you, or a combination. Like you and I could tell someone, this is what I do, and this is what I do, and a combination of that could work for them. So it's just what's going to help you get words on the page.
Authors very much, exactly, have to find what makes them most comfortable and productive. Right? So we're here with Priscilla
Oliveras.
Thank you. They're Perfect Melody. And you can check, you're on your w.com, I guess?
It's prisoliveras.com.
Pris, okay.
Because there are like a million ways to misspell Priscilla.
Okay.
So prisoliveras.com is my website, and you can
And same thing for Facebook? Okay, awesome. You can check her out there. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. It's been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Come on and knockin' if the RVs are rockin'. Someone's got a story to tell.